Day one of phase 3 of OTAs dropped today. And you already know everybody and their mama dropped their recap videos, highlight packages, clip dumps, 37-minute raw footage videos, presser replays, all of it. I watched all of that shit, young. So you ain't have to. You feel me? And here's what I got to tell you. And the recaps is fine, son. The recaps is fine. But let's talk about what we actually proved today with this football team, with day one. All right? Because this is where that war room talk comes in. Tonight, we're going to talk about 6 things day one OTA just proved about the 2026 Washington Commanders. No fluff, just receipts. Let's get right into it. This is Gerard BTV. I'm your host, Gerard B. Let's rap. Takeaway 1. JD5 isn't learning David Blough's offense. He's owning this system, son. The Commander Nation, I'm starting right here because this is the most important thing that came from out of day one. And I do not want you to sleep on it. We got a new offensive coordinator with a new system, more snaps under center, huddle calls, pre-snap motion. Everything is different for JD5 than what he ran in year 1 and year 2. So the natural question is, how is he adjusting? And I'll let the players answer that for you. JP Finley asked Treylon Burks, who was out there running routes with that man every day, how fast Jayden Daniels has absorbed this new offense. Burks looked him dead in the eye and said, shit, super fast, my boy. Now, Jalen Lane, another receiver in that room, pulled up and said something I ain't been able to stop thinking about since I read it. He said it almost seems like Jayden is the founder of the offense. Holmes, I'm going to repeat that. He said it seems like Jayden Daniels is the founder of the offense. Not adjusting to it, not catching up to it. A man who looked like he created this joint. And Zach Selby, who was a great follow at Zach Selby WC, who was on the field every time they out the field, he out there watching every rep. He said JD looked unbothered by the change of under center offense and handled new responsibilities well. So that's 3 people. That's 3 different perspectives, all independently arriving at the same conclusion on day 1 of phase 3. DQ said it himself. JD5's mental quickness is on a different level. You feel me? Do you feel me? Because year 3, Jayden Daniels isn't about figuring out this system. He's already running it. He's already owning it. That's a real thing, son. Takeaway 2. The unproven wide receiver room narrative died on the field today. Now, I need to address something. Before I talk about what happened in the field, if you will. Because the headline's making rounds right now. If you happen to be on X, Commanders OTA video spotlights unproven receiver group. And a lot of the fans in the comments is going on them bammers. They saying, it's year 3, bruh. I can't believe we supposed to be satisfied with this shit. I hear you, Commander Nation. I feel you. One of your own. You know, we got De'Ami Brown, Van Jefferson, and Treylon Burks on short-term deals. If you're reading that on paper, yeah, I understand that frustration. But let me tell you, today, some of them boys just trying to show out today. Santana said it best. You got to put your best foot forward out here. You got to put your best work. They got to lead the day saying, there's something about that guy. During 11-11 drills, JD5 had an first impressive throw of the day with a sideline grab by Treylon Burks. The same man that's being called unproven out here in these streets. Laid out and went and go get that joint. Now that's him continuing to build on what his momentum was looking like toward the end of last season. That's a contested catch for him, even though they're not supposed to be doing contested catches and OTAs. But that's a receiver making a play on the ball. All right. Then on almost the exact same route, you got Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, one of the finest out here, made a similar catch against Amik Robinson. Caught it near the sideline, rolled out of bounds for a sizable gain downfield. Back to back, same play. 2 receivers, both executing. And here's why the McLaurin piece matters even more, son. We ain't had that connection last offseason. We ain't had that connection most of regular season. Guys was dealing with injuries. You had contract situations in the beginning. The chemistry was never, ever there. But day 1 of phase 3 is back, son. It's back. We are so back, son. We are so back. Like they never left. Then you add in the Chig Okonkwo. And he been connecting with JD5 all practice long, and you know how JD like his tight ends. You got 2-minute drills to close the day. JD went to Chig Okonkwo back-to-back times. All right, that's them building that go-to shit in crunch time well before training camp, son. Then you have Rashad White standing out today in team drills, the quickness through the lanes, the burst, the pass catching out of the backfield. All right, look, that's an addition to the wide receiver room. So then you got De'Ami Brown out here. You know, you seen the clippy that they got from the Commanders, John, posted right here for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, these dogs out here like, look, let me show you these receipts. And it's only day one of phase 3 in the OTAs. These big intensity. Loving what I'm hearing. All right? Loving what I'm hearing.
Takeaway 3.
This ain't just a new OC. This is a full scheme evolution. All right? People treating David Blough hire like a coordinator swap. New play call and new system. Nah, young. This is not what's happening in Washington right now. Let me tell you who David Blough is and where this offense comes from. Blough has experience with that Ben Johnson, that Kevin O'Connell shit. All right? Think about that lineage for a second. Ben Johnson, one of the most innovative offensive minds in football right now. Kevin O'Connell, the man who unlocked Justin Jefferson and turned Sam Darnold into a Pro Bowl quarterback in Minnesota. That DNA is now being installed in Washington with Jayden Daniels, one of the most gifted young quarterbacks in the league. And what does that actually look like on the field? More snaps under center, so the play action freezes linebackers and safeties. Half a second of hesitation, JD5 got that ball gone. Play calls from the huddle, you control the tempo. You can prevent situational awareness from the defense. You can have confusion before the snap, motion before the snap, pre-snap information. JD5 gets to see if you're in man or zone when the safety rotates, the linebacker moves or hesitates. Reading the defense before you take the snap, fam. Getting that picture. That's what Quinn's goals for the offense is. Efficiency on early downs and explosive plays. Both of them. Non-negotiable. Not one or the other, both of them. And JP Finley, who was out there as well, said some words about the tempo of this practice to tell you everything. He said real pace to this OTA session. Can feel the tempo. Then he added that Washington is trying to maximize reps on 11-on-11. That's on day one. This team is installing the system with urgency, son. We all seen the schedule. We all understand what's at stake here based off of what we got going on. This ain't a coordinator swap. This is a scheme evolution. This in JD5 is already the founder of it, homie. Real quick, Commander Nation, we got 3 more takeaways, and they go hard, son. All right, especially number 6. You already know I say the best for last. So if you're new here, hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn the notification bell on. Hey, we in this war room thing every single day around here. No fluff, just receipts, young. Let's finish this bad boy out. Let's ride.
Takeaway 4.
Sonny Styles is already reading the game on a different level. Commander Nation, I need you to lock in on this one with me, young. Converted safety, now playing linebacker under Daronte Jones. Chaos defense. Organized chaos is what they call it, man. Still working mostly with this second group, getting some work with the first group here and there. No pads is phase 3. You know how the installs go. They only like really halfway through installing both offensive and defensive playbooks. Zach Selby, and I'm reading this to you directly. He said, young, the ability to read plays, identify who is getting the ball, and then close in for a tackle is on a different level with this cat. On a different level. This is day one. This day one. That's not athleticism, man. That's football IQ. That's a guy who understands what Daronte Jones is trying to build and can execute it from anywhere on the field. He's blitzing. He's dropping in the coverage. He's doing everything Daronte Jones is going to ask of this man. And people watching practice are saying his read and react instincts are on a different level than what you would expect from a rookie. So remember, fam, we might have got ourselves really one. We really might have got ourselves really one. And we're going to know in September throughout the season. Household name coming your way. That's a real thing, young. Feel good, feel good.
Takeaway 5.
Daronte Jones, organized chaos, got some real weapons to work with. Got some cooks in the kitchen for sure. You already heard Logan Paulson describe this defense if you was listening to the Commander show earlier when it was live. Talk about the multiple fronts, the organized chaos, nothing predictable. And you heard Santana say, bro, I can't stand preparing for this kind of defense, homie. Can't stand it. All right, you can't game plan for this shit in 1 week. A scheme, but a scheme is only as dangerous as the people running it. And today was day one, so we always got to keep pause on that. But Mikey Sainristil spoke up today. He said, look, learning Daronte Jones' scheme has been fun, young. He said everybody's focused on the defense from a general standpoint because of how much versatility the scheme requires. Sainristil can play the slot, can play perimeter. Daronte ain't told him where he gonna play yet. All right. You know what Sainristil said about that? He said he ain't concerned. He said he can make plays wherever they put him. That's a playmaker. Holmes, that's a playmaker. That's the mentality of the players on the squad now. Not asking for where they at about the depth chart, not worried about their role. Just go wherever the scheme needs them to be. And then you got the new additions. Odafe Owe, Kaylavon Chason, Leo Chenal, all coming into this unit. Charles Omenihu. I mean, we could just keep rattling them off. All right, Amik Robinson, Nick Cross, all bringing different skill sets that Daronte Jones can deploy from different fronts. And I ain't even talking about some of the veterans that's holdovers from last year. That's crazy. With more weapons, hey, young, and the secondary that's all the way bought in because Mikey said it best. And I love the way he said it because I've been saying it's a coverage-based defense. Everybody thinks the front protects the corners and the safeties, the back end. Nah, Mikey's like, no. I feel like the back end provides the opportunity for the quarterback to hesitate, and that's how the big boys get home. That's how you get errant throws and things like that because you're able to sit on routes and things like that, take away their first option. Smoot also mentioned, which I thought was very interesting on that Commander show, how like the Commanders corners last year they had to guard the second and third route on the same play. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. You might have thought you won your rep, and then you look at, oh, he's running another route. Damn, he's running another route. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's what you got to do. But I feel like we're going to have a situation where they're not about to get that ball out as fast as they think, son. All right? With the secondary all the way bought in, I'm ready, son. NFC East not ready for this one, young. I think we got ourselves something, so we might be cooking.
Takeaway 6.
This locker room knows exactly what it's building. And the last takeaway, I saved this last takeaway, homie, right? For one reason, you have the scheme, you have the talent, you have the coaching, but none of it really works without the belief inside the locker room, okay? That's very key. And day one of phase 3 gives us a window into exactly what this team believes about itself. Javon Kinlaw, defensive tackle, was asked today about the new personnel coming in. Owe, Chason, Chenal, all the new additions. He looked at whoever was asking and said,
yeah, we got some motherfuckers now. Excuse my language.
Young, this not bulletin board material. This not trash talk for the cameras. This a grown man who's seen this roster being built piece by piece. And he knows that this unit is capable. He knows what this unit is capable of. I know he's scratching at the. It's a locker room that has looked around and decided we got the right people now. And when you got somebody like a DMV brother like himself speaking that kind of truth into the mic day one, that's a real thing, fam. You can light a fire under a locker room. That's a real thing. So 6 things, 6 receipts. Got a verdict for you out of this war room situation. Here's what day 1 of phase 3 of the OTAs actually told me about the 2026 Washington Commanders. JD5 is not learning this offense. He's the founder of it. The unproven receiver room narrative, dead on arrival. All right. Got the chemistry coming back to life with McLaurin like it never left. You got young, hungry cats like Jeremy Lane, Treylon Burks, Luke McCaffrey, Antonio Williams, a smooth operator who's out here, yeah. And you got a Conquo becoming the go-to in-time, crunch time, anytime, my time situation for JD. Rashad White slowly becoming something we ain't necessarily think we was going to get, but he might be the goods. He might be the goods. David Blough, he ain't just bringing in new plays. He bought Ben Johnson and Kevin O'Connell's DNA, and JD5 is running with it with that urgency from day one. Sonny Styles is reading the football on a different level than anyone expected from a converted safety. First day of OTAs, phase 3. Daronte Jones, organized chaos, got some real weapons, man. And Sainristil is the perfect engine for a scheme that's going to ask everything of everybody. And this locker room, they already know what they are. Kinlaw said it best.
Yeah, we got some motherfuckers now.
Nobody got to convince me. We all know. Now, Commander Nation, the media is going to keep writing about the unproven receiver rooms, OTA recaps, practice observations that don't count, et cetera, et cetera. And we going to talk about it. You know we are. Let them. All right? Because what we saw today wasn't players going through the motions. We saw a blueprint being locked in. We saw JD5 as the founder. We saw Sonny Styles on a different level. We saw Kinlaw with the locker room full of belief. He lighting the fire under them boys. That's not preseason noise, home. That's a teams who knows who it is. AP built it. Quinn is coaching it. JD5 is owning it. Year 3, Commander Nation, we just getting started. Now, that's 6 takeaways from day 1 of phase 3 of the OTAs, young. Now I want to hear from you. Drop your hottest takes in the comments right now. Which takeaway hit different? You buying JD5 as the founder of the offense? You still worried about the wide receiver room? You heard what Kinlaw said. What's your reaction? All right. Now let's talk about it all, Commander Nation. Let's wrap in the comments section. This is what this channel is for, young. Hit that like, subscribe. If you're new here, make sure you turn the notification bell on so you don't miss nothing, especially when we do the day 2 breakdown as well. All right, because we staying on this thing all offseason, all regular season. Oh, hey, as much as we can, son. Every rep, every quote, every detail, young. You know how we do. This is Gerard B TV. I'm your host, Gerard B. You know the quote by now, right? Gerard B, Gerard, Burgundy and Go. We never fold, all right? Hey, Hellraiser on me, Hellraiser on 3, and we out of here, son. Yes, sir.